Indonesia is an archipelago of over 18,000 islands, making it the largest island nation on Earth. Among these islands, Bali stands out as the most famous and unforgettable, often coming to mind when people think of Indonesia. Located about 1,000 kilometers from the bustling capital of Jakarta, similar to the distance from Los Angeles to San Francisco, Bali is surrounded by Java to the west, known for its rich cultural heritage and vibrant capital, and Lombok to the east, famous for its pristine beaches and serene landscapes. Bali covers an area of 5,780 square kilometers, about the size of Delaware or roughly 9 times the size of New York City. The island's shape is often compared to a chicken, with its beak pointing toward the Indian Ocean, but many also liken it to a fish swimming in the sea. Interestingly, Bali is not just an island but a province comprising a total of 4 islands. Despite its relatively small size, Bali has a population of about 4.3 million people, similar to that of Bulgaria, giving the island a vibrant and bustling atmosphere. Indonesia is a linguistic treasure trove, home to over 700 different languages. Yes, 700. This makes it the second most linguistically diverse country in the world, only after Papua New Guinea. While no one can know all these languages, most Indonesians communicate in Bahasa Indonesia, the country's official language. Besides Bahasa Indonesia, they speak Bahasa Bali, the traditional language of the Balinese people. And many can also communicate fluently in English, making it easier for tourists to connect. However, you might also hear more languages like French, German or others from tourists visiting the island. Indeed, when mentioning Indonesia, Bali is the first place that comes to mind. In fact, 50% of tourists visiting Indonesia come to experience life in Bali. So, what is it about this island that captures people's attention? Unlike the other 17,999 islands, if you want to know, comment 2 below and we'll share it with you. Otherwise, watch until the end of the documentary for the answer. Strolling through the streets of Denpasar, you'll be immediately captivated by the natural beauty of Balinese women. Their radiant smiles light up their sun-kissed faces, exuding a natural charm that is both genuine and timeless. Many wear vibrant sarongs and kabayas, adorned with simple yet elegant patterns inspired by nature, leaves, flowers, or geometric designs. Unlike the bold fashion statements of Danish women or the luxury brands often seen on Italians, Balinese women charm with their simple elegance and grace. When you pass by local women here, they will clasp their hands in front of them, bow slightly and say, Om Swastiastu, a sincere wish of peace and goodwill for you. Respond to this gesture with a smile and a bow, and repeat the action as they do. Even a small gesture shows the warmth and hospitality of the locals, making you feel truly welcome. The streets here are always bustling and can be congested at any time, even if it's not rush hour. You'll see many motorcycles and bicycles as the main modes of transportation for the locals. One of the things that surprises tourists is how people can ride so naturally amidst the crowded traffic without feeling rushed or annoyed. The reason is that the locals are accustomed to the traffic and know how to interact with each other on the road. If you're looking for the liveliest part of Denpasar, just walk a little further where the bustling crowds never stop. At Pasar Badung Market, endless rows of stalls are full of life. Piles of vibrant tropical fruits, mangoes, pineapples, and bright pink dragon fruits are stacked high, their colors almost glowing in the sunlight. Nearby, bags of spices, turmeric, cloves, and cinnamon emit a rich aroma wafting through the air, mingling with the scent of sizzling street food. What sets this market apart is its soul, the people. Balinese women in traditional kabayas sit serenely behind their stalls, weaving offerings from palm leaves or arranging marigold petals with skilled hands. Vendors greet you with warm smiles and beckon you with a mix of broken English and enthusiastic gestures, eager to share the stories behind their handcrafted wooden statues or intricately dyed batik fabrics. These items can be used as souvenirs and they're quite affordable, ranging from $2 to $5 USD. However, you'll notice that locals here will haggle to get even lower prices. Here, bargaining is not just a transaction, it's a cultural tradition. Vendors are accustomed to lively negotiations, and while they enjoy the back and forth, there's always a bit of humor and fun. Tourists are welcome to join in and are often expected to haggle a bit. However, it's important to maintain a friendly attitude and not be too pushy. A genuine smile and a respectful approach go a long way. You can also buy 2 items and haggle for a slight discount, but this is just a way to immerse yourself in the local culture, and not something to use long-term, since most items here are already low cost. The food stalls are attractions in their own right, bustling with activity as skilled cooks prepare local delicacies. You might see a vendor tossing nasi goreng or fried rice in a smoky wok, or arranging skewers of satay over a blazing fire. The sweetness of fried bananas and the rich spices of Bali's roast pork fill the air, tempting you to stop and savor the flavors of this culinary paradise. Vendors may invite you enthusiastically, but whether you buy or not doesn't matter to them. Each bite is like an invitation into the heart of the island's tradition. You can also buy and experience these fresh dishes for just $1. Quite cheap, right? In fact, if you use USD when visiting Bali, you'll think your $1 can buy a lot more than just a bottle of water in the United States. Locals here use the Indonesian rupiah. $1 currently equals about 15,700 to 16,000 rupiah. And with just $1 here, you can buy a lot, like a meal for example. Not only that, but you can also buy many interesting things in this place. If you're curious about what $1 can buy in Bali, don't hesitate to leave a comment with 3. We'll reveal some surprising items you won't believe you can get for just $1. Amidst the bustling streets of Denpasar, you'll often see locals gathering together, lively and full of energy. They're playing sepak takraw, a thrilling game where players use a woven rattan ball, skillfully maneuvering it with their feet to perform spectacular kicks. Right in the middle of the crowded street. These matches draw enthusiastic crowds, filling the air with cheers and applause. Even local women join in the excitement, eagerly cheering for the teams and contributing to the vibrant, energetic atmosphere. However, in such a bustling market, while you're watching life unfold, someone else might be eyeing your bag. A little caution will ensure your experience remains enjoyable and worry-free. After all, paying attention allows you to fully immerse yourself in the rich tapestry of Balinese culture, savoring every moment of this captivating journey. On most days, Bali is a bustling hub of activity, crowded with tourists from all over the world, but there will be a day when you come here and realize that nothing is happening, no shops are open, and the streets are empty. That's Bali's day of silence. The streets are eerily quiet, with no lights on and fires unlit. Work, travel, and entertainment come to a halt, as Balinese Hindus spend 24 hours reflecting, meditating, and cleansing their souls. It's a surreal experience where even the busiest places on the island seem to hold their breath, creating an almost magical silence. 2 days before the Day of Silence, the lively Penggarapukan festival begins. This is the loudest and most thrilling part of the Hindu New Year celebration, featuring the famous Ogo Ogo parade. In this vibrant event, giant, colorful papier-mâché effigies are paraded through the streets. These statues, meticulously crafted by local communities, are both awe-inspiring and bizarre. Accompanied by traditional music and lively Balinese dances, the parade is a feast for the senses. Beautifully dressed Balinese women join the procession, their elegant kabayas and radiant smiles adding grace to the chaotic celebration. After Bali's Day of Silence, there's a lively tradition called Omed Omedan, known as the Festival of Affection. In this unique celebration, groups of young men and women gather in pairs. Each group picks a leader who steps forward, and when these two meet, they're encouraged to exchange a friendly embrace, symbolizing affection and unity. As they linger, friends cheer and playfully try to pull them apart. And if that doesn't work, organizers splash water as a lighthearted signal to separate. This quirky and joyous ritual fascinates visitors who love catching a glimpse of Bali's playful side. Would you like to participate in this special festival with your companions or as a local? If so, comment 5. If not, comment 9. We'll introduce you to a more gentle festival, but with even more beautiful girls. Not only is Bali surrounded by the sea and filled with interesting festivals, but it also boasts an abundance of stunning beaches that entice tourists to experience its beauty. The island Sanur Beach, just 6 kilometers from Bali's capital, Denpasar, is a tropical paradise renowned for its pristine white sands and tranquil atmosphere. Once a humble fishing village surrounded by swaying coconut trees, Sanur became an artist's haven in the 1930s. Belgian painter Le Maire de Merpre was one of the first to settle here, captivated by the serene beauty that inspired many of his later works. Today, visitors can stroll along the same shores that once enchanted the artist, feeling the history and creativity in the air. Not far from Sanur is Nusa Dua Beach, stretching about 5 kilometers and distinguished by its white sands and clear waters. When the tide recedes, coral reefs spanning over 2.5 square kilometers are revealed. In fact, the coral in Bali is ranked among the world's best, with Bali's total coral coverage comparable to that of the Caribbean. This creates a magical underwater scene. Here you can easily spot locals engaging in beach activities like traditional boat rides or beach volleyball. Annually, about 1.2 million visitors come to Nusa Dua to enjoy the scenery and participate in these activities. Graceful Balinese girls in traditional attire join in, creating a lively and authentic scene. In contrast to the white sandy beaches, there are mysterious-looking black sand beaches. Nomad Beach, located along Bali's eastern coast, is not just a scenic getaway but a paradise for snorkeling and scuba diving enthusiasts. The striking black sands here lead to vibrant, lively coral reefs, where you'll encounter colorful fish darting among the corals and even explore a few shipwrecks waiting just below the surface. For thrill seekers, Bali's beaches offer exhilarating surfing experiences. Imagine riding the turquoise waves, cheered on by spectators lounging on the shore. Nearby, groups of locals and tourists gather for impromptu dances or try stand-up paddleboarding. It's not uncommon to see elegant women balancing trays of fresh coconuts, offering beachgoers refreshing drinks or even striking up friendly conversations with tourists, sharing tips on the best seafood spots in town. Not only does Bali offer breathtaking beaches during the day, but when the sun sets, the island transforms. Every corner becomes much more lively as Kuta turns into Bali's nightlife capital, buzzing with energy and offering a completely different allure from the tranquil beaches of Sanur or Nusa Dua. As darkness envelops the island, Kuta's streets light up with neon signs, pulsating music, and an infectious sense of fun. This area becomes a playground for night owls with something for every taste, whether you're looking for a lively dance floor or a relaxed beachfront bar. Start your evening with a stroll along Kuta Beach, where fire dancers perform mesmerizing routines against the backdrop of crashing waves. You'll find locals and tourists mingling effortlessly, with laughter and conversation filling the air. Young Balinese girls dressed in fashionable attire often blend into the crowd, adding elegance to the vibrant scene, sometimes striking up friendly conversations with curious visitors about their culture. As you move into the heart of Kuta, the streets come alive with music pouring from lively bars and clubs. Legendary venues like Sky Garden and Engine Room draw crowds with rooftop views, live DJs, and irresistible drink specials. It's common to see tourists letting loose on the dance floor, while locals showcase their moves with ease. The energy is electric and the rhythm of the music seems to sync with the city's heartbeat. For a more relaxed atmosphere, Kuta offers beachfront lounges where you can sink into beanbags under twinkling lights, sip on a fresh cocktail like a Bali-inspired mojito, and listen to acoustic performances. Both locals and tourists gather here to unwind, creating a warm and welcoming atmosphere. It's also the perfect spot to make new friends, with groups often coming together to share stories over a cold bintang, a local beer. If you haven't found these activities interesting, comment with the number 10, and we'll suggest even more exciting places, along with introducing you to more attractive women. Bali is undoubtedly a fantastic destination, but it does come with some natural risks that travelers should be aware of. Mischievous monkeys may snatch items and sometimes bite or scratch. Some beaches have jellyfish or other marine creatures that can sting, and mosquitoes can carry dengue fever. Additionally, Bali is in an area prone to volcanic activity and earthquakes. As such, purchasing travel insurance is a wise choice to ensure peace of mind during your trip. Healthcare in Bali, well, it boasts a well-developed system with international hospitals like BIMC Hospital in Kuta and Nusa Dua, or Siloam Hospital in Kuta. These facilities cater to both tourists and locals with high-quality services, modern equipment, and English-speaking staff, though, the costs can be high. For example, a basic consultation at BIMC ranges from $50 to $100, while a general checkup costs $100 to $120. Meanwhile, local hospitals like Sangla Hospital in Denpasar offer lower fees, around $15 to $30 per basic visit, though the amenities may be more limited. These costs are still significantly cheaper compared to the US, where basic consultations can range from $200 to $300. Medical insurance in Bali is also quite affordable, with plans ranging from $2 to $50 per week, or $100 to $150 per month for premium packages. Education in Bali. If you're also interested in education, Bali provides various options suitable for international families. Schools like Bali Island School and Green School Bali offer high-quality curricula, modern facilities, international teachers, and creative learning environments. Tuition fees range from $10,000 to $20,000 per year, significantly cheaper than similar schools in the US, UK, or Singapore, where fees can go up to $40,000 annually. Public schools in Bali are even more affordable, costing just $300 to $1,000 per year, though they might not meet the standards some expats expect. With reasonable tuition and excellent learning environments, Bali is an excellent choice for families on long vacations or those considering permanent relocation. Cost of living in Bali. Whether you're planning a vacation or long-term residency, the cost of living in Bali is relatively low compared to many developed countries. Monthly rent varies depending on location and type of accommodation. A small apartment outside tourist hubs costs $200 to $400 per month. Luxury villas or high-end apartments in hotspots like Seminyak, Canggu, or Ubud range from $400 to $600 per month. Homestays or shared houses are even more budget-friendly at $100 to $200 per month. Dining out in Bali is also affordable. Local eateries offer meals for just $2 to $5. Upscale restaurants charge $10 to $20 per person. Cooking at home is even cheaper, with weekly groceries costing $30 to $50 for basic essentials like vegetables, meat, rice, and spices. Other expenses include utility bills for electricity and water, which range from $30 to $70 per month, and high-speed internet, costing $20 to $40 per month. Bali's appeal lies in its incredible value for money. For example, private clinics charge around $20 per visit. Comprehensive insurance plans cost only $50 to $100 monthly. Recreational activities are equally affordable. Daily yoga classes cost $8, relaxing Balinese massages are $10. And watching a stunning sunset while sipping fresh coconut water is just a few dollars. For expats, the total monthly cost of living in Bali ranges from $600 to $800. For tourists, a one-week stay might cost $200 to $350, which is still relatively inexpensive. For comparison, renting an apartment in New York City costs around $2,000 per month. Dining at a Michelin star restaurant in Paris could set you back $600 per person. Monthly expenses in Singapore can reach $1,500 to $1,800. Bali's costs are only about 50% of those in other Asian countries, making it a dream destination, not only for travelers but also for long-term residents seeking affordable living. Is Bali right for you? Do you think Bali is the right place for your next vacation or permanent move? If yes, comment with the number 1. If no, comment with the number 0, and we'll suggest another low-cost destination for you. This concludes our travel documentary about Bali. Thank you for watching until the end. If you found this video helpful, please like and comment to let us know if there's anything we can improve. Share your feedback so we can do better. See you on our next journey around the world.